I think of God and that it's a good thing that every person on campus should be doing, I think. Um, I think of people, peace, family, friends, good times. That's about it, I think.
In all honesty, I tend to think that any kind of group worship is pretty unnecessary because religion's pretty personal. And in the end, I tend to think it's kind of creepy, like a cult.
I think it's a little too forced onto people now these days. I mean, it should be a choice as opposed to you have to go every Sunday. Stuff like that.
When I think of church, I think it's a great experience to worship God and to kind of get closer to Him and be able to truly express my feelings and worship God and how it should be done.
A meeting place for people to get together and understand their faith, to understand their belief, if they're Christian. It's also a place for people who aren't Christian to go and understand Christianity.
My thoughts about church are basically, I think it's kind of a pressuring deal these days. I mean, kids, they feel like they're forced to go to church just to pay their respect to God.
You know, if people have that spirituality element in their life, you know, they want to go up there and talk about how God is great or whatever and sing their songs, you know, I mean, you know, if that makes them feel good, you know, I got no problem with that.
I would have to say it's an opening place where they, at least in my mind, they try to welcome many different types of people. From what I've seen, from my experience, where I come from, they try not to discriminate against people. The church where I come from, in a Hispanic community involved with it, so I'd say it's a very open place, open for people, and a place where you can go for anything. My mind can change people's lives. So,
if you're religious, you go to church.
I think of worship and fellowship with people.
I, for one, am not a Christian. I don't believe in a God at all. But people who do believe, they just fine by me, and you know, as long as they treat me with respect, I treat them with respect.
Alright, church is a building, not a building, just a cathedral with the cross on the top, right?
Well, I guess think of a building or like a place we go to worship God, my family.
I think it's something that people can go into if they want, but I think no one should be like really pressured into it so much. I mean, family really pressures you into it, but I think your family should really give you more choice than it really does. I mean, personally, my family's pushed me to be Catholic, but I've gone more in the way of not practicing religion but still having a belief myself.
It's kind of like, I don't know, you're out, you get to know somebody to talk to. They just provide those needs that you just, like your emotional needs, your spiritual needs.
To tell you the truth, I'm not that big of a religious person. I just don't have time to go, and I'm busy with classes.
I think Sunday morning when I'm going there, having a good time worshiping with God. But I don't think it's something you need to do, or that you should do only on Sunday morning. It should be something you're doing throughout your whole life.
So, but I think the church really helps people. Like, it makes them better. Like, I don't know, not committing crimes and things like that.
A gathering of people, celebrating a common belief, and being there for each other, pretty much.